5A state tournament.
Not the size of the tool, it's huge. Am I right?
I get pressed. I thought it wasn't on line.
Go back to the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network.
Where did that even come from? That's not even a logo.
Look, oh, I just got it. I just got a notification. We going? Yeah, we're good. All right, Sean, thank you. Bye-bye.
I'll take it.
Let's get started, boys.
Yeah, I just got a notification myself. All right, I've got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now live with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. The amount of difficulties we just ran into is really quite unbelievable, if you ask me. But we are up and running, and I hope that you can hear me well. I hope that we sound good. We're here in Hot Springs for round one of the state playoffs. Man, am I excited. I've been doing game prep all day long, and I have a short amount of time to get everything to y'all. But sure enough, I'm going to do it. We have a ball going into the stands. And JB told me not to say his name on the live stream, but he got the ball for the girls. So let's get started with this game prep. You know, there are a couple of things that I kind of found that may play into the outcome of this game. Paragould plays in a good conference. I think that's the first place that we need to start. They're in a really, really good conference. For some reason, Jonesboro probably shouldn't even be in our conference. They're so good, but yet they are. But Jonesboro's undefeated. So this Paragould team only has 5 seniors as compared to our 9. But, you know, I don't think that's really going to matter much because of the experience that they have against good teams. And Greenbrier's a good team. We're going to face the facts on that one. We're good. And so, you know, Paragould understands how a good team plays. They know what a good team looks like. They played Jonesboro, who is 14-0 in conference. They played Mountain Home, who's 12-2 in conference, and their only 2 losses were to Jonesboro. So that's going to be one thing to think about that Greenbrier needs to kind of keep their eye on, is that this team, they know what it's like to play someone that's good. They understand what a good team looks like, and they've been preparing all season long for what a good team looks like. They put me on the floor tonight, and I have volleyballs flying at me all the time now, so if I get knocked out at some point, I wouldn't be too shocked. Anyway, as I was saying, Paragould's got great experience against good teams. I think that's something that Greenbrier needs to understand going into this game, that Paragould's probably going to be prepared for this Greenbrier Panthers team. But saying that, Greenbrier's got experience too. I mean, on the way up here, I was telling JB, this is just going to be a game of experience. Greenbrier has the 9 seniors, the 10 seniors. And that's huge to have that senior influence coming into this game, because they've been in this environment before. The bigger arena, the larger crowd, the intensity of the sport really comes out in these state playoffs. And that's one thing that is big for Greenbrier. They understand that. So we're going to move into a little bit of some things that I have to show y'all. Just some stat comparisons is what we're going to go to next. So one thing that I want to show y'all here just real quick, if you just give me 1 second. Alrighty. So, you can kind of see righty, there we go. We got it all set up now. You can kind of see the stats. I mean, a lot of the things kind of look like they're going in the way of Paragould, but one thing that I want everyone out there to realize is that Greenbrier dominates everyone they play. It's a game of 3 sets and it's over. Paragould, I don't think they're as good as Greenbrier. I think that they have more competitive games than Greenbrier does. They tend to go into 5 sets a little more often, 4 sets, 5 sets. They don't get shut out 3-0. So that's one thing to think about. I just got hit with the volleyball. It really did just happen. Anyway, so Greenbrier doesn't play as many sets as Paragould does, which I think is going to be a good thing going into this game. We've had a little bit more rest than Paragould has. We've had we faced good opponents, too. I mean, we faced Greenwood early in the season. We went into their home and shut them out, but they came into ours and did the same thing right back to us. So we shut them down. We didn't shut them out, however. But that being said, Greenbrier, that's why this stat column kind of looks a little unfair. But you can kind of see here that Greenbrier still has great kills. Blocks not as heavy. That's one thing that Greenbrier's really kind of struggled with is their blocks up front. They do have great blockers, but they have few of them. And that's going to be something that they got to do good in this tournament. If they want to win this tournament, they have got to be better up front, in front of the net, on the blocks. They have to play the blocks better. If they get a block that goes to their side of the court, they need to be able to hit it quicker. I think that's a great thing that Grace House does, and Bray Denton does too. They respond to those blocks well, but the rest of the seniors that lead this team have to keep responding well to those blocks, and the girls that play in the backcourt need to respond well to those blocks. They need to be ready for the low hit that's going to come. They need to be prepared to get it up and get it sent back to the other side. So the blocks have got to be picked up in this tournament if they want to win. I think that's one big key that they need to really focus on. But one column I really like to see is the service aces. Greenbrier's got 175 of them. Paragould's got 138. Greenbrier does a great job of setting up. They have a great setter in Kendall Johnston and another great setter in Zoe Lee, the junior. I think that's going to be huge for them going on later down the road. That's not super important now, but having a solid setter, someone that knows it, someone that understands it, someone that can do it is going to be important for them later down the road. But right now, they have 2 setters. They have a setter that they feel comfortable with bringing off the bench, and that's huge for Greenbrier. That's able to give their starter a rest in Kendall Johnson and know that it's going to be all right with Zoe Lee setting for Greenbrier. So that's one of the really cool things that I really like is seeing those aces. Greenbrier is just hugely ahead in the service aces. I mean, that's a big margin of difference. The assists, huge on that too. And I think that goes back to our setter, Kendall Johnson. What a solid athlete. I mean, really this whole senior squad, it's just solid athletes all the way around. Anyway, so another thing to think about, and like I was saying earlier, is this is going to be a game of experience. I think that's what it boils down to, is if Greenbrier can use their experience in a good way that they've had throughout these past couple of years. I mean, these seniors have been in this situation. They were here. I just noticed that I forgot an L in Paragould. That's on me. My bad. We game prepped all day today. I should have looked over it. But anyway, Paragould only has 5 seniors on their roster. I don't think that's going to be good for them. They they're not going to understand this atmosphere fully, and this is a different atmosphere than playing at home. It really is. There's something about tossing the round one of the playoffs in front of the game that you're playing that really just changes the jitters. I think that's going to be huge. I think that's going to really play a big role. Greenbrier has 10 seniors. They've been here before. They played Jonesboro last year in the second round. So they know that these state playoffs are just different. It just is. That's just the way that it is. So anyway, the next thing that we're going to go into and talk about is the bracket. So we're going to throw the bracket up there on the live feed right now. So Sean likes to use his little pointer and his little marker, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to take a look at this. We are right here. This is our game. We win this game. We are going to go on to the next game. Someone help me out. Who won the last game? Was it? Sylvan Hills won the last game. They were the 1 seed playing the 4 seed. Kind of one of those things expected, but it is high school sports. Anything can happen. So Sylvan Hills is right here. We win tonight. We're going to play Sylvan Hills. One of the good things I really want to show y'all real quick is that Greenwood's up here and Jonesboro's up here. Those are going to be the 2 teams that we do not want to see at the end of this tournament, but it looks like Jonesboro's probably going to come out on top. They're just a phenomenal team. Really probably shouldn't even be in this conference. We're about to get started. We're going to hear everybody and see the starting lineup. So I'm excited. Let's throw a good camera up there and let them tell us all the starting lineup. We'll be right back.
Number 10, Caroline Burrow. Number 12, Caitlin Williams. Number 18, Kobe Johnson. Number 20, Allie Foreman. Number 23, Michaela Fletcher. Number 32, Desiree Windland. And number 34, Megan Riggs. Your starters, number 1, Lady Blankenship. Number 2, Kaylee McPherson. Number 5, Keith Kimari Brown. Number 6, Bella Detheridge. Number 7, Shay Malone. Number 13, Paige Glenn. Number 14, Berkeley Benefield. Number 21, Claire Schellenberger. Number 29, Taylor Beasley. And now, here's your starting lineup for the Greenbrier Panthers. Number 1, Carly Vanover. Number 2, Zoe Lee. Number 3, Madison Bett. Number 4, Cindy Dunlap. Number 5, Faith Hill. Number 13, Presley Cullen. Number 15, Jessica Keller. And your starters for Greenbrier, number 7, Cassidy Lear. Number 8, Kendall Johnston. Number 10, Lily Mayhem. Number 11, Kelly Motley. Number 15, Grace House. Number 15, Brady Denton.
As I like to say before we get started in every game, I like to talk about the jerseys. Greenbrier's decided to go with the blue jerseys with the gray staggered sleeve tonight. Lavero, Cassie Lear is wearing the gray. And, well, Paragould has decided to go blue as well. I'm thankful that they're on different sides of the court. But they have gone with a red for the Lavero. We're ready for an exciting match. This is going to be a good one. So, real quick, this game is being presented by Home Bank of Arkansas. We appreciate their support of Greenbrier Athletics and helping sponsor today's broadcast. Home Bank of Arkansas has branch locations in Greenbrier, Marshall, Damascus, Little Rock, and Portland. Be sure to check them out. They helped pay for this game today, and we're very thankful for them, and that is Home Bank of Arkansas. We're going to get this volleyball game started as everyone is loud, and we are ready to go. Referees making sure we have good game balls, good people getting the game balls. We're just ready for the go-ahead. Everyone looks calm and ready out there. I like that. I like it. So here we go. Lily Mahan with the serve. She gets a good serve sent to the Paragould side. Paragould, good block up front. Way to keep it in play. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Kinley Mobley keeping it alive. Paragould sends it back to us, and it hits the ground before we can make a play on it. Paragould's going to start out with the first point. It's going to be 1-0. Not what you like to see to start out, but we did have a good play up front. I liked that. I like to see that. I think that's promising. That needs to keep happening. Bray Denton with a good tip. Paragould decides to keep it alive. Paragould tips it over to Greenbrier. Lily Mahan keeps it alive. Haley Moss sends it back to Paragould. Paragould getting the setup that they want. Good stop up front. Lily Mahan keeping it alive. Cassie Lear is going to send it back to Paragould. It's going to be short. Paragould wants to send it back to Greenbrier. A good block up front for number 18. And there it is, number 18 getting us on the board. We are excited about that. That's Bray Denton up front. Beautiful play. Exactly what I said they needed to do. Get up front, get those blocks. She did just that, and she was able to make a play off of it. Kelly Mobley on the serve. Cassie Lear keeps it alive. Another great play up front. Man, am I liking what I'm seeing. Another great play up front from Greenbrier. Man, is that exciting. That's exactly what we wanted to see, was good plays up front, and that's what we're getting so far. Kelly Mobley on the serve again for Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Kinley Mobley doing a great job reaching back and keeping it up and going. And he goes out of bounds. Greenbrier's going to get the point. They're going to be on top 3-1. Great plays up front. I cannot say that any better, but I mean, a bad serve from Kinley Mobley. That's all right, though. Greenbrier had a good run, built a little bit of confidence early, exactly what they needed. Greenbrier has played this game of going on a run early. And if they can go on a run early, they can typically win. And there it is, number 18 finds the open real estate, puts the ball on the court. Greenbrier's going to score again. Cassie Lear back to serve for Greenbrier. She gets a good serve. She's had some great serves this season. And it stays just in bounds. We weren't able to get in front of it quite well. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 4-3 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould makes a good play, finding open real estate. They're going to tie it up at 4. Greenbrier keeping it alive. They get a good setup. Haley Moss with a strong hammer. A call that I might disagree with.
The net moved it.
Not even close.
That was a close call. They're going to give it to Paragould, though.
That wasn't even close.
Haley Moss will try it again, and they're going to give Paragould the point. They get a net violation. Not the start that Greenbrier needs. They need to get the ball back right now. They need to make a few good plays. Kendall Johnson's going to set up. Oh, and a good hit. It stays in bounds. Greenbrier's going to keep the point. It's going to be 6-5. Greenbrier's going to stop the short run. Kendall Johnson back to serve. She gets a good short serve. And it was going out of bounds, but they decided to make a play on it. We'll see if they can turn it around on the offensive side. They keep it alive. And it was a good block up front from Paragould. They're going to put another point on the board. It's going to be 7-5 in favor of Paragould. Laverio for Paragould, back to serve. Kinley Mobley with a strong hit. Paragould keeps it alive. And a great play from the senior number 14, Grace House. Man, she put that ball in a hard-to-get spot, and Greenbrier is going to put another point right back on the board. They're going to be down by 1, and Haley Moss is back to serve. Good serve from Greenbrier. Haley Moss keeps it alive. A great quick reaction. Oh, and what a play from number 11, Kinley Mobley. She sent that ball across the court. That was pretty awesome. You don't see that a lot. Greenbrier's going to tie it up at 7. Haley Moss back to serve. She gets a good serve. Couldn't quite get it sit back over the net on the block there. One thing that they got to get going in this game is their blocking up front. They started off early, they've staggered a little bit, and they need to get right back to it. It's going to be Paragould serving. They're up by 1. Greenbrier hasn't found that run that they love so much. And a great kill up front. I believe that was number 14, Grace House. Greenbrier's going to get back up on the board and tie it up at 8. Paragould's going to get the point. They're going to go back on top by 1. It's going to be 9-8 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier staying in this game. Paragould doing the same. Great play off the block from Greenbrier. A tough call. Not sure if this judge is on our side or not, but it's neither here nor there, I guess. Paragould barely keeps it alive. And a good tip. Paragould keeping it alive, though, sending it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeping it up. Kinley Mobley. And it finds it inbounds. Another great play from the senior. It's going to be 10-9 in favor of Paragould. Wait a second, hold up. A really terrible call. Paragould hits it, but it seems that they're going to say Greenbrier hit it whenever it came from the Paragould sideline. So I don't understand that call, but it's going to be a Paragould point, and they're going to be on top. 11-9. Unfortunate block up front from Greenbrier. Paragould's going to be on top, 12-9. Greenbrier trying to keep it alive, but can't quite do so. Paragould's going to score again. It's going to be 13-9 in favor of Paragould. A good play from Greenbrier. It goes, oh, and we have a really unfortunate touch on the ball. Greenbrier's going to call a timeout. This is one thing that Greenbrier's been good about, is calling a timeout, getting readjusted, understanding, hey, this is where we're messing up. This is where we're not looking so hot. This is what we need to fix, and come back out and fixing it. That's one thing they're doing great. And we're going to hope that they can do that right now, as they need to put some points on the board. They're down by 5. I'm going to talk a little bit more here about the bracket that's going on. Greenwood and Lake Hamilton will play. That'll be tomorrow. Jonesboro advanced against Little Rock Christian. Didn't even give them a chance. And that's that side of the bracket. We're waiting to hear the Lakeside and Parkview game, and that's going on right now, and that team will play Jonesboro. But we're back in the action here in Greenbrier, here in Hot Springs, my bad. Unfortunate tip from Paragould. Greenbrier really needs to get a stop here. This is one thing that was in my game notes. A really terrible serve from Paragould. We needed that break. Greenbrier's going to get the serve. Kinley Mobley back to serve for Greenbrier. She's been one of the consistent seniors this season on this team. She sends it Paragould way. And a good block up front. Exactly what Greenbrier needed to do, is get that block going. The setter, junior. Good play from Greenbrier on the strike. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 16 to 10 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier not backing down. Great play, but a better one from Paragould. They score. It's going to be 17 to 10 in favor of Paragould. Paragould back to serve. They're going to send it to Greenbrier. A high serve. Greenbrier gets a good setup. And a good kill from number 18. But she went under the net. She couldn't fall in the right spot. And Paragould's going to take the point. They're going to be on top 18 to 10. Greenbrier does not need to let this slip away from them. They got to fight back right now, and that's how it's going to start. A good kill up front. That was Haley Moss, Katie Huff getting on her players saying, hey, this is it. This is when we go on our run. And this is what they need. A good serve from Cassie Lear. A tip up front, but they were ready for it. Greenbrier keeps it alive. And a bad hit from Greenbrier is going to send it out of bounds. Paragould's going to get the point. Paragould's going to be on top 19 to 11. And another timeout's going to be called. We're going to be right back. No, we're not. We don't have to take timeouts. They don't play music. I keep forgetting. We're going to stay right here. We're going to talk a little bit more. They are playing music, but I'm going to talk anyway. Greenbrier's not looking good right now. That's a fact. They're letting Paragould go on runs that do not need to happen. Paragould scored 4 straight towards the beginning. They scored another 4 straight just a minute ago. Greenbrier's been a team that needs to go on that run. They need to be on that run. That's just what they need. There's really no other way to put it. So Paragould's been on the run. Greenbrier needs to get a couple of straight points and really need to fight back into this ball game. And it stays in bounds. A good call in the favor of Greenbrier. What Greenbrier needed. Greenbrier is going to score. It's going to be 19-12 in favor of Paragould. Kendall Johnston back to serve. The setter. She's looked phenomenal this season. And it goes out of bounds. No one touches it. A bad play from Paragould. Exactly what Greenbrier needed. It's going to be 19-13 in favor of Paragould. Kendall Johnson back to serve. She gets another good serve sent over to Paragould. Paragould gonna play it. And a good block up front. What a play. Exactly what they need. It's gonna be 19-14 in favor of Paragould. A high serve from Kendall Johnson. Paragould's gonna get the setup that they want. They're gonna send it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's gonna keep it going. Kendall Johnson keeps it up. And a great kill from number 19, Haley Moss up front. What a play. Greenbrier's going to still be down, but that's 4 straight points from the Panthers, and Paragould's gonna have to take a timeout. We're gonna be right back as I'm gonna get a sip of water real quick. We're back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. We want to give a big thank you to Home Bank of Arkansas for supporting this game. And a good serve from number 8, Kendall Johnson. That's an ace if I've ever seen one. Greenbrier's going to pull within 3 of this good Paragould team. Katie Huff coaching her players well. Major props to her in her first year as a head coach. Man, is that awesome. Kendall Johnson keeps it alive. What a great reaction. And a good block. Just what I'm saying. The Greenbrier Panthers need to get going, and they're doing just that right now. What a block up front from number 14, Grace House. Greenbrier's going to score again. They're going to pull within 2 of this Paragould team. Another high serve. And Grace House says, take it to the face. What a play. Up front, the blocks are coming in, and I like what I see here. A short serve from Kendall Johnson. Greenbrier up front. The block's going to go out of bounds. Greenbrier went on that desperate run that they needed to get close to being back in this game. It's going to be 20-18 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier's within 2. They went on a 7-point run right there. That's exactly what they needed. They needed that. And Greenbrier gets the point. Greenbrier is not sitting down. They're going to pull within 1. It's going to be 19-20 in favor of Paragould. Let's get the go-ahead. A good stop up front from Greenbrier, getting in the position. Kinley Mobley sends it back to Paragould. Paragould getting the setup that they want. We're going to see if they can make the play on it. It hits the net. It goes up high. We get the play. Paragould keeping it alive. I thought she looked like she almost crossed the middle line there, but I guess that she didn't. And it stays in bounds. It's in. Oh, terrible call. Terrible call from the ref. I saw that from the other side of the arena. That ball hit inbounds. Paragould's going to get the point. Unbelievable. Man, that was a bad call. Plain and simple. No other way to put it. Paragould's going to get the point. They're going to be up by 2. Greenbrier's not going to go away, though. They keep the ball alive. It goes high to the sky. Paragould's going to not get the send that they want. Cassidy keeps it alive. And Paragould's going to get the point. Man, that terrible call. Oh, man. Man, that's going to hurt us. It's going to be 22-19. Greenbrier needs to make a good play to get back in this game, and it's a bad first touch. It goes out of bounds. Number 4, Sydney Dunlap comes in, the sophomore for Greenbrier. She's had a great season this far. And a great play from number 13 up front, Presley Colum. That's exactly what Greenbrier needed, is to end that streak for Paragould and get back on the board. Greenbrier's going to pull within 3. Madison Fett back to serve for Greenbrier. Paragould didn't seem to get the first touch that they wanted. They keep the ball inbounds. It's going to be 24-20 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier's got to score here. Paragould's within 1 point of winning this set. Paragould back to serve. They get a good serve to Greenbrier. And it goes out.
Hey, I know that. Yeah. That is so annoying.
Oh, it looks like they're going to switch sides at the end of the set. Paragould won that one, fair and square. Not much other way to put it.
Need to step up.
Yeah, let's go.
Y'all have missed 3 bad calls.
Bad.
We've had some unfortunate calls.
That's a 6-point swing.
The team ahead of us was complaining.
Same complaints from the game ahead of us.
Same corner.
We're gonna take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here in just a minute.
Bad.
See y'all in a second. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sometimes it's hard, you know what it
The
is.
team ahead of us was complaining.
Hey, listen.
You can sign up and take the test and do all this stuff.
Hey,
okay?
listen.
Well,
The
they
team
need to
ahead
change
of us
the
gave us
test.
warning, and we were hoping it wasn't true. No, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to line
Line
judges.
judges. You know,
If you're going to sit here, you're
I
not.
know. We're done. We're done.
You're done. All right?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Clark-
We're done. We're done. Whatever. Okay.
AAA needs to hear about all
I'm
this.
telling you.
AAA is over.
All right. Can you unmute me?
Hey, I'm going to go up there and run that one, I think. 'Cause I think I can get that better.
Can you go ahead and unmute me?
Somebody
Unmute me. Just get me back on. Yeah. We're back with the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network. This Paragould game is being presented by Home Bank of Arkansas. We appreciate their support of Greenbrier Athletics and helping sponsor today's broadcast. Huge thank you to Home Bank of Arkansas that has branch locations in Greenbrier, Marshall, Damascus, Little Rock, and Portland. We'd also like to thank our live stream partners, First Security Bank and American Safeguard Insurance, whose generous support has allowed us to upgrade some of our video equipment. As you may have seen, this equipment allows us to get closer to the action, including replays. Be sure to subscribe and like all of our social media accounts, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would very much appreciate that. We have basketball coming up. We have a football game this Friday, and then another one the next week. So be sure just to like and subscribe, all of that stuff. We're going to get back to the action now. New set. New set for the Panthers. That's what we need right now. We were able to regroup in that 3 minutes that we received in between sets. So we're talking about the rotation here, trying to get it all figured out. All right, I think we're all ready to go and start this set. Greenbrier needs to build some momentum early in this one. That's what has to happen. Greenbrier's got to win this set. Greenbrier keeping it alive. And it hits in bounds, and Paragould's going to start out. They're going to be on top 1-0 to start this set. Paragould sends it to Greenbrier, goes out of bounds. A far, far serve into the backcourt. Greenbrier's going to tie it up at 1. Haley Moss back to serve. Like I was saying earlier, this Paragould team knows what a good team looks like, and they've played well. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Haley Moss can't quite seem to get it back over the net and send it back to the Paragould side. Paragould's going to be on top 2-1. Paragould gets a low serve to Greenbrier. They're going to cross over. Greenbrier's going to get the point, just what they needed. They're going to tie it up at 2. Cassie Lear back to serve. They're going to say that there was movement before the serve. They're trying to figure out where the movement was. Paragould's going to get the point. It's going to be 3-2 in favor of Paragould. A really high arching serve from Paragould. Good play from Greenbrier, unable to get it on the ground. Good block up front. It's going to be a Greenbrier point. They're going to tie it right back up at 3. Kendall Johnston back to serve for the Panthers. Paragould tips it up. A great play from Kendall Johnson, keeping it alive on the dive. Haley Moss keeps it going. Kendall Johnson sends it to Kinley Mobley. Kinley Mobley, we're calling it inbounds.
Good call, good call.
Okay, we got the right call that we needed there. Greenbrier's going to be on top 4-3 on Paragould. Greenbrier keeps it alive. Good play. Haley Moss sends it back. It's low. Kinley Mobley going to send it back as well. Try and make a quick hit on it. Greenbrier keeping it alive. They're going to send it back again. Good play from Kinley Mobley. Paragould keeping it up. Paragould can't seem to get it over the net. Greenbrier keeps it alive. Another good play from Kendall Johnson. Greenbrier sends it to Paragould. Greenbrier still keeping it alive. Great place from Greenbrier. A nice little tip from the Panthers. And it's going to stay in bounds. Paragould's going to get the point, and they'll tie right back up at 4. Paragould making a substitution up front. It's going to be tied up at 4. This is a good Paragould team. Greenbrier sending it to Paragould. Paragould keeping it up. And it goes in between the hands of 2 blockers. Paragould's going to get the point. They're going to get on top. It's going to be 5-4 in favor of Paragould. Paragould back to serve. Sending it to Greenbrier. A low serve. Barely gets over the net. And I believe it was a cross-court violation there. Paragould's going to be on top by 2 now. It's going to be 6-4. A good play up front. I believe that was a sophomore number 1, Marley Vanover. Great play from her. She has been a great asset for these Panthers coming off the bench this season. Paragould barely tips it over to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's going to get the setup that they want. Kinley Mobley's going to keep it in bounds, and they're going to get a point. They're going to tie it right back up at 6. What a great play from the senior, Kinley Mobley. And she is back to serve for your Panthers. Greenbrier keeping it alive. That's Cassidy Lear. Great play from her. Paragould's going to get the point. They're going to be on top 7-6. They're back to serve. Greenbrier keeps it alive. And another point by Paragould. Paragould going to get the block up front. They're going to go on top 9-6. Greenbrier going to make some substitutions. Zoe Lee comes in, and the sophomore number 4 comes in. And the block can't get sent back to the Paragould side, and it falls on the Greenbrier side. Paragould's going to go on top 10-6. They're going to have a 4-point run. A bad first touch from Greenbrier. Paragould's going to go on top 11-6. Greenbrier has got to make good basic plays right here to get back in this game. Net violation on Greenbrier. Greenbrier's playing a little too aggressive. They're trying to do a little bit too much right now. They need to slow it down. They take a breath. They've been here before. They know what it's like to be here. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Haley Moss with a good play. Paragould doesn't get the setup that they want. It's going to stay inbounds, but they're going to get the point that they want. Greenbrier is going to take a timeout, a much-needed timeout, if I might add. Not the start Greenbrier needed. Just making a few small mistakes here and there. Unfortunate small mistakes. They got to play a little bit better up front. They need to just take a deep breath and relax. That's what they really, really need to happen here, is to just breathe in and breathe out. They've been here before. I mean, this senior group has seen the state playoffs before. They understand what it's like to be in this situation. They called a timeout. They typically come out pretty good after a timeout. And we're going to see if they can continue to do that here after this timeout. They need to get back in this game. Good communication coming from the Greenbrier side. And it falls deep out of bounds after Paragould touches it. That's going to end their streak. Greenbrier is going to get right back on the board. That's a good start. That's where they needed to start. Number 14, Grace House, is back to serve for the Panthers. She's going to send it to the Paragould side. It's a good serve. Paragould didn't seem to get the first touch they wanted on it, but it goes out of bounds. Greenbrier is going to get the point. Exactly what they needed. They're calm, they're communicating, and that's what they need to keep doing in order to win this game. They have to continue to keep communicating. And it goes far out of the backcourt after Greenbrier tried to keep it alive. Paragould's gonna score again. Paragould went on a 7-point run earlier in this set. Paragould playing good up front. And it just lands in a little bit of open real estate. Greenbrier wasn't able to get there. It's going to be 15-8 in favor of Paragould. Paragould gonna send it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it alive. Kendall Johnson sets up Haley Moss. Haley Moss hits it up off of the net, but Paragould keeps it alive. And no, they don't. She hits the net. Greenbrier's gonna get the point. It's going to be 15-9. Greenbrier's gonna make a few substitutions. Zoe Lee comes in to serve. She's been serving well this season. And another good serve from her. Paragould sending it to Greenbrier. That's Kinley Mobley on the play. A miscommunication from Paragould. They tip it over to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's gonna get the setup that they want. And they tip it, and it just barely goes out of bounds. Paragould's gonna get the point. It's gonna be 16-9 in favor of Paragould. And a good play up front, but they send it back to Greenbrier. Oh, no. It seems to be that there's been an injury on Paragould. We hope that she's okay. She's going to get up, and we're going to give her a round of applause in hopes that she is okay. It seemed to be that she just landed on that ankle and tweaked it. We're hoping that it's not a severe injury and that she's all right. She's able to, seems to be that she's able to put a little bit of pressure on it and walk off with a little bit of help. This place is going to get a little bit louder as I'm not the only one talking anymore. Just gruesome. You don't like to see that ever. Never like to see anyone get hurt. We hope that she's going to be all right and that she can get that ankle healed up best she can. I've had my fair share of ankle sprains and they are not fun. We're going to hope that she's all right, but we're going to get back to the volleyball now. We're ready to start, and the refs give us the go-ahead. Haley Moss is going to be back to serve for Greenbrier. She gets a low serve sent over to Paragould's side. Paragould, it goes between the blockers up front of Greenbrier, but Greenbrier is able to make the play on it. Paragould gets the point. It's going to be 17-10 in favor of Paragould. Paragould sends it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it up. And a good play up front. It's going to go high into the stands. Greenbrier gets the point. It's going to be 17-11 in favor of Paragould. Cassie Lear back to serve. She's been great on the serves this season. And she gets another good one sent to the Paragould side. It goes out of bounds, and Greenbrier is going to get the point. It's going to be 17-12 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier's got to get going here. They need to stay calm. They need to communicate. And a bad serve from Cassie Lear as it's going to go underneath the net entirely. It's going to be 18-12 in favor of Paragould. A high serve sent to Greenbrier. Greenbrier going to get the setup that they need. A good play. Up front it was blocked. Oh, and Paragould's not able to make the play on it. Greenbrier's going to get the point. It's going to be 13-18 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier making some substitutions. The sophomore Marley Vanover comes in. She's been a consistent player off the bench this season. She's typically made her impact. She's typically made her presence felt as soon as she comes in. And a great block up front from number 14, Grace House. It's going to be 14-18 in favor of Paragould, but a good play from Greenbrier. It goes way out of bounds. Greenbrier is going to get the point. It's going to be 15-18. Greenbrier still on top. Paragould's going to take a timeout after a quick 3 points from Greenbrier. Greenbrier needs to regroup here. Even though they didn't call the timeout, they felt confident about where they were at. They were on a roll. They were going. Paragould called a timeout. Greenbrier, they do best whenever they regroup and they come back in with a little bit of a changed game plan and ready to go. They're going to come out. They're going to take about 30 seconds to talk. I imagine the talk was looking good. Keep this up. It was 3 quick points. We need to keep building on those 3 points. And then Katie Huffson will ride back out there ready to go. Kendall Johnson back to serve for your Panthers as we come out of the timeout break. Greenbrier only down by 3. Greenbrier has to win this set. They really need this set. Kendall Johnson going to get the exact setup she wants, and a great play up front. Greenbrier's going to get another setup that they want, and it's a great play up front. That's exactly what Greenbrier needed. They're getting excited. They're getting pumped up. Greenbrier's going to put another point on the board. They're going to be down by 2. Greenbrier's not going away. Kendall Johnson on the serve. Paragould, good play up front. Way to get a hand on a Grace House. Haley Moss sends it to Paragould, trying to find a little bit of open real estate, but can't quite do so. Paragould sends it just barely over the net. It seemed like it took a nap on the net and then fell on the Greenbrier side. That was 4 straight points from Greenbrier. A good run from Greenbrier, but they need to keep that going. It's going to be 19-16 in favor of Paragould. Good shot from the sophomore. They put a hand on it up front, which is what they needed to do. And there it is, keeping it in bounds. A good call from the judge. Got what we needed there. And the sophomore Marley Vanover made her presence known on that play. It is 17-19 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier's within 2 right now. Paragould not going to get the play that they want after a few bad touches. Greenbrier will. And it goes out of bounds. Great, smart play from Greenbrier. They're going to pull within 1. And then Malby on the serve. Paragould didn't seem to get the setup that they wanted, but they ended up getting a good hit on it, and it falls on the Paragould side. Greenbrier's going to tie this game right back up at 19. Kinley Malby back to serve for the Panthers. A good touch up front from the Panthers. And a bad hit from Kinley Malby, but that's all right. Paragould's going to go on top by 1. is going to be 20-19 in favor of Paragould. A close match, just like the last one. Greenbrier needs to communicate. They barely keep it alive. They're ready up front for that one. A good dig from Kinley Mobley, and Marley Vanover was unable to get it on the ground as Paragould will, on the ground inbounds as Paragould will score again. They're going to be up by 2. Greenbrier keeping it alive. A tip sent over. Paragould's going to get the play that they want. A tip sent back to us. Greenbrier keeps it up. And a good play up front. But Paragould plays it back to Greenbrier. Another good play up front. That goes out of bounds, and a good call for Greenbrier. Greenbrier's going to inch within 1. It's going to be 20-21. Number 3, Masson Fett's going to come in. And a great serve from the junior number 3, Madison Fett. I know Darren's happy after that one. They're going to tie it up at 21. Another good serve. And it goes out of bounds. Good call from the ref. Greenbrier's going to take the lead. They're going to be on top, 22-21. A timeout called by Paragould, and that's okay because Katie Huff knows exactly what to say to her players during a break. That's one thing that I can't say enough is how she is regrouping her players during a timeout. She's saying, hey, it's okay. We're doing great. We're staying above the water now, and this is exactly what we need to keep doing. She's going to take the exact same amount of time that she took on the last timeout and send her players right back out there with 30 seconds to get in the right position and ready to go. Masson Fett still back to serve for Greenbrier. Greenbrier on top by 1. We have about 13 seconds left in this timeout. They're not going to give us the go-ahead until we get and we're ready to go. Let's get it on the way. Masson Fett. We're still talking, still trying to figure something out. Paragould's coach getting in trouble for where she was standing, it appears. Paragould doesn't get the first touch that they want on it, but it goes out of, oh, I thought it looked like it went out of bounds. That's on my other side. The entire Greenbrier bench did see that it went out of bounds. Unfortunate call, just another unfortunate call for this Greenbrier team. Oh, it's going to be tied up at 22. Took a second for the scoreboard to change. Can't quite seem to get it over the net. Paragould's going to take the lead at 23. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Greenbrier tried getting it down on the ground, and Paragould touches. That's going to be a Greenbrier point. Greenbrier's going to tie right back up at 23. We need a good call. We need a call to go in our favor in this game. It's going to be tied up at 23. A good serve from number 2, I believe, Zoe Lee. A good block up front. Greenbrier makes a play on it. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Haley Moss sends it to Paragould. Paragould not going to get the setup that they want. They're going to get a bad send to us. It's going to hit the net. Greenbrier's going to go on top by 1. It's going to be 24-23 in favor of Greenbrier. The fans are on their feet in the stands. Greenbrier needs this point. And a bad serve from number 2, Zoe Lee, the junior. It's going to be tied up at 24 apiece. Win by 2. An intense match. And a good kill from Greenbrier. That's going to get them on top, 25-24. Greenbrier's going to get the serve. Number 19, Haley Moss, back to serve for Greenbrier. She gets a good serve sent. She keeps it alive. It stays in bounds on the Paragould side. Paragould sending it back to Greenbrier, and it lands in bounds. Paragould's going to tie it right back up at 25. We have a rally on our hand. We have a set on our hands, folks. Paragould sends it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it up. And a perfect play from Greenbrier. That's a high IQ play from the senior, number 18, Bray Denton, just tipping it over the blockers and into open real estate. Greenbrier's going to go on top, 26-25 with the serve. Cassie Lear back to serve. It's a high serve to the back of the court. Greenbrier unable to keep it alive. It falls in bounds. Paragould's going to tie it right back up at 26 apiece. We have a substitution for Paragould. Katie Huff telling her players, let's put this game away, because that's what we need to do. Let's put this set away. It's a short serve, and it falls on the Greenbrier side. Paragould's going to be on top, 27-26. Greenbrier's got to score here. It's another high arching serve. Paragould keeping it up, sending it back to Greenbrier, and a good block up front from number 14, Grace House. Greenbrier keeps it alive. And they call it out of bounds. Paragould's going to get the point. It looked like it went off the fingertips of Paragould, but they're going to say it didn't. It's going to fall out of bounds, and Paragould's going to win the set, 28-26 in extra points. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back in just a second. If y'all will stay tuned. Paragould leads 2-0. Greenbrier's got to find a rhythm. We'll be right back. We're back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. We're glad you're joining us tonight. We are here in Hot Springs as we've had some unfortunate calls that, and I don't like to blame it on the refs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the type of person that says blame the game on the refs, but man, have we had some unfortunate calls in this game, and just unfortunate. Really nothing else to say about it. Greenbrier's got to play better, though. They have to make a few more smarter plays. This is a good Paragould team. This really is. Like I was saying in the pregame show, Paragould has played good opponents all year long. They're in a really tough conference, and we're ready. These girls look confident. I like that. They look ready to go. I just want to thank Home Bank of Arkansas for sponsoring our game today. Huge appreciation for those guys over at Home Bank. They have locations in Greenbrier, Marshall, Damascus, Little Rock, and Portland. Paragould's going to start out with the first point of this set. Greenbrier with some smart plays. They're ready for the block, but it was a tip. And they tip it into some open real estate, and they're going to go up 2-0. Marley Vanover checks in for Greenbrier. She keeps it alive. Cassie Lear trying to send it back to the Paragould side, and she does. What a great play from Cassie Lear. Can't make a play on the ball. Greenbrier's going to be on top 3-0. Paragould still with the serve. It's a high serve and it goes out of bounds. Greenbrier is going to get the point. It's going to be 3-1 in favor of Paragould. Cassie Lear back to serve for the Panthers. A good serve from her. It was low, and they hit it, and it goes out of bounds. Greenbrier is going to take the point. 3-2 in favor of Paragould. A good block up front from Greenbrier. Zoe Lee keeps it alive. Cassidy Lear is going to try to set up Haley Moss. It's going to be 4 hits for Greenbrier. They can't quite get the setup that they want. Paragould's going to put a point on the board. It's going to be 4-2. Paragould on top. Paragould's serving to Greenbrier a terribly high serve. And a set that was just a little too high for Grace House to reach. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 5-2. Greenbrier needs to take a breath. I mean, they're making small mistakes here, and it's costing them big. Another high serve from Paragould. Paragould makes a play on it. Greenbrier's going to get a point. It's going to be 3-5 in favor of Paragould still. Lily Mahan will come in. She'll be back to serve for the Panthers. She gets a good serve sent to the Paragould side. Paragould keeping it up. Paragould gets a tip to us. We send it back. And it's called out of bounds. I couldn't quite see it. I'm not going to say that was a bad call or a good call. I couldn't see it from over here. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 6-3. Paragould's going to not get the play that they want. Greenbrier will. Greenbrier tries to tip it into some open real estate, but they can't find any. Greenbrier keeps it alive on a good dig. And a great tip. And it goes out of bounds. Greenbrier's going to take the point. What a great play from the sophomore Marley Vanover as she checks out. She's been a really consistent player off the bench this season for these Lady Panthers. Greenbrier's going to inch within 2. It's going to be 6-4 in favor of Paragould. Kinley Mobley gets a good play, and it's a short hit. It's not going to get over the net. Greenbrier is going to get the point. It's going to be 6-5 in favor of Greenbrier. Kinley Mobley back to serve for the Panthers. She gets a good serve, sent to the Paragould side. Paragould keeping it up, and they can't send it back over. Greenbrier is going to tie this game right back up at 6. Kinley Mobley still back to serve for the Panthers. Greenbrier keeping it alive. And it lands in bounds. A great play from Kinley Mobley. As you could read her facial reaction, she thought that one was going out, but she was able to keep it in. Greenbrier is going to take a lead in this one. They're going to be on top 7-6. Kinley Mobley back to serve. And a great save from Cassie Lear in the backcourt. They're going to say it was 4 hits. Greenbrier is going to score 4 straight. Something good that they needed to happen. But Paragould's going to tie it right back up at 7. Good play from the senior, Haley Moss, but Paragould keeps it alive. Paragould's up. And it goes out of bounds. That was a good call. He was able to see it and call it right that time. I thought he called it inbounds at first. But Greenbrier's going to get back on top, 8-7. Grace House back to serve. She gets a serve that barely goes over the net. Paragould has a hard time playing it. It goes out of bounds again. Greenbrier's going to be on top, 9-7. Grace House still back to serve for the Panthers. And a bad first touch from Paragould is going to give Greenbrier another point. It's going to be 10-7 in favor of Greenbrier. A good serve from Grace House. Paragould able to get right back on the board after 3 straight from Greenbrier. Paragould sends it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeping it alive and well. And it's blocked out of bounds. Greenbrier's going to get the point. Good deal, good deal. It's going to be 11-8 in favor of Greenbrier. That was Kendall Johnston on the serve. And they send it over quick without us thinking about it. Oh, and it looked like she hit it. It looked like it was a bad hit. Paragould's going to get the point. Paragould's going to be back to serve. Greenbrier on top, 11-9. Greenbrier is going to get the point. It's going to be 12-9 in favor of Greenbrier. A good serve from Haley Moss. And it stays in bounds. They thought it was going to go out, and I thought it was too, but it did stay in bounds. Paragould's going to get the point. It's going to be 10-12 in favor of Greenbrier. Good play from Marley Vanover. She keeps it alive again. Presley Colum sends it to the ground. Greenbrier's going to get the point. They're going to be on top 13-10. I'm looking over some of the comments on our YouTube live feed. Who is the team to beat to win? And right now it's this team, Paragould. Greenbrier keeps it alive. Marley Vanover making a good play on it. And Paragould unable to send it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's going to get the point. It's going to be 14-10 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. Cassidy Lear with a good serve for the Panthers. Paragould's going to send it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Haley Moss sending it back to Paragould. Paragould keeping it up. Paragould sends it back to us and puts it in a little bit of open real estate, and they put a point on the board. It's going to be 14-11 in favor of Greenbrier. Greenbrier's got to keep this lead if they want to win this game, obviously. And it stays in bounds. A good call from the referees. Greenbrier's going to get right back on the board. It's going to be 15-11 in favor of Greenbrier. Number 2, Zoe Lee, back to serve for the Panthers. They're going to get her the volleyball. Scratch that. It is number 10, Lily Mahan, back to serve for the Panthers. She gets a good serve sent to the Paragould side. A good block up front from Greenbrier, exactly what they've been needing to do this whole game. Marley Vanover with a good send to Paragould. Paragould keeps it alive, sends it back to Greenbrier. A good block up front. Paragould keeps it alive again. Lily Mahan keeping it up. And yes, great play from the Greenbrier Panthers sophomore Marley Vanover, as she's going to put another point on the board for this Greenbrier Panthers team. Paragould's going to have to call a timeout. Greenbrier's on a roll right now, and they need to keep it up. We're going to take a minute to thank our sponsors real quick, and we want to just give a huge thank you to Home Bank of Arkansas. We appreciate their support of Greenbrier Athletics and helping sponsor today's broadcast. Today, without them, it wouldn't be possible. We also want to give a huge shout out to our live stream partners, First Security Bank and American Safeguard Insurance, whose generous support has allowed us to upgrade some of our video equipment. As you may have seen, this equipment allows us to get closer to the action, including replays. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and catch all of our action as we play the football games, the basketball games, the baseball games. We'll be at them all. We're back in the action here in the Ozark Bank Arena, I believe. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Oh, and they make a play on it. Greenbrier goes up 17-11. And the serve barely gets over the net, and it's an unfortunate touch from the Paragould side, which we think is very fortunate, and Greenbrier is going to go on top 18-11. Another good serve from Lily Mahan. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Paragould's going to set it back up, and they make a good play on it, and they're going to put a point on the board after a 4-point run from the Panthers. It's going to be 18-12 in favor of Greenbrier. John, I hope I answered your question earlier, who the team to beat is. For anyone on the, and a great play from the senior up front. Greenbrier's going to get the point. They're going to go on top, 19-12. Anyway, John, like I was saying, the team to beat for Greenbrier is Paragould. We got to get past Paragould first. We're down 2-0. We're rolling right now. We're up 19-12, but we got to keep this up if we want to win this game. So right now, the team to beat is Paragould. And he goes in between our blockers, and Paragould's going to put a point on the board. It's going to be 13-19 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould back to serve. A good serve. Greenbrier keeps it up. Paragould's going to have to send it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's going to get the setup that they want. And a great play from Greenbrier, the senior number 19, Haley Moss. A good setup from number 2, Zoe Lee, the junior. Greenbrier's going to be on top, 20-13. These last few points have been back and forth. A good serve from the senior, Grace House. She keeps it alive, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be 20-14 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould now has the serve. Greenbrier communicating well in this third set. Greenbrier keeping it up. Bray Denton running around. And it was a good block up front from Paragould. Paragould's going to score another point. It's going to be 15-20 in favor of Greenbrier. Greenbrier making a substitution. The junior setter is sitting down for the senior setter. Coach Huff going to coach her up and try and find a good spot to go to against this Paragould team. Paragould's going to score again. That's 3 straight for Paragould. It's 20-16. Paragould has the serve. Greenbrier's ready for it. They get a good setup to the back door, but it goes out of bounds. And Paragould's going to score again. Greenbrier needs to take a breath, and they're going to call a timeout. We're going to take a second, and we're going to be right back in just a minute. Thanks for joining us on the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network. We're back with the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network. Greenbrier's on top 20-17 over Paragould. Paragould now back to serve. As they've scored 4 straight, Greenbrier calls a timeout to regroup. Greenbrier's going to send it back to Paragould. Paragould, a back and forth blocking match. Haley Moss on a deep back arching play for the Panthers, keeping it alive. Greenbrier's keeping it alive, sending it back to Paragould was Kinley Mobley. Paragould sending it back to Greenbrier. A block up front. Bray Denton keeps it alive. Kendall Johnson does the same. What a great play from the Greenbrier Panthers. Greenbrier keeping it alive, getting a setup that they like. And it goes out of bounds after a long, hard-fought rally from the Panthers. Just an unfortunate play. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 18-20 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould on the serve. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Paragould keeps it alive. And a good block up front from number 18. Bray Denton. Greenbrier's going to put a point on the board and end the long stretch from Paragould. Paragould just scored 5 straight. Paragould doesn't get a good play on it. Greenbrier does. They send it back to Paragould on a tip. Greenbrier trying to find some open real estate. Paragould makes a play on it, and it falls short on the Greenbrier side. Paragould's going to get the point. It's going to be 19-21 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould's back to serve. They're going to make a few substitutions. It appears that the girl who hurt her ankle earlier in the game is back in. We're happy to see that she is okay. Paragould making the play. And it looked like it was going to travel out of bounds, and we made the play on it and tried to keep it in bounds, and it went out of bounds. Paragould's going to inch within a point. It's going to be 20-21 in favor of Greenbrier. A good tip from Bray Denton. A good play, and it goes out of bounds. Paragould's going to tie this game right back up at 21. Greenbrier's going to call a timeout and regroup and talk about a few small mistakes made. We're going to thank our sponsors real quick. This game is being presented by Home Bank of Arkansas. We appreciate their support of Greenbrier Athletics and helping sponsor today's broadcast. Home Bank of Arkansas has branch locations in Greenbrier, Marshall, Damascus, Little Rock, and Portland, Arkansas. We'd also like to thank our other live stream partners, First Security Bank and American Safeguard Insurance, whose generous support has allowed us to upgrade some of our video equipment. As you may have seen, this video equipment allows us to get a closer look at the action, including replays. Be sure to subscribe and like our social media accounts as we're back in the action. It's all tied up at 21 between these two teams. This has been a set just like the rest of them. It's intense here at Home Bank Arena, and Paragould is going to take the lead. It's going to be 22-21. Greenbrier has to win this set in order to stay alive in these state playoffs. Greenbrier unable to make the play off the block. Paragould's going to go up 23-21. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Kendall Johnson set up Kinley Malby. Kinley Malby sends it back to Paragould. Paragould sends it back to Greenbrier. A good play up front from Haley Moss. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Haley Moss, it's a good send. Greenbrier's going to put a point back on the board and end the 5-point stretch from Paragould. It's going to be 23-22 in favor of Paragould. Paragould made two really good 5-point stretches and came back in this ball game. Greenbrier's got to get the momentum back. And it goes out of bounds. A good call from the referee. We're going to tie it right back up at 23 apiece. We're in a close game here in the Hot Springs Convention Center. Paragould's going to call a timeout and regroup. This is intense. It's 23-23. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the action. We're back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. Thank you for joining us in this intense matchup with Paragould. It's 23-23. Haley Moss on a good serve for the Greenbrier Panthers. A tip up front, but we're able to make a play on it. Marley Vanover with a great play from the sophomore coming in and making an impact for these Lady Panthers. Is going to be 24-23 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. Greenbrier sends it to Paragould. Greenbrier making a play on it. Paragould fighting to keep it alive. Greenbrier's ready. Greenbrier keeps it going. Presley Cullum. It's a good block up front. Greenbrier sends it back to Paragould. And it fell on the Greenbrier side after a bad block attempt. They're going to tie it up at 24. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Marley Vanover with a great play. It hits the net. It goes up in the air, and the anticipation of that, of gravity doing the business that it does. It falls inbounds. It's going to be 25-24 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould keeping it alive. A tip from Paragould. Greenbrier keeping it going. And Greenbrier keeps it inbounds. Greenbrier's going to win the third set. It's going to be 26-24. Greenbrier wins the third set. We keep forgetting that we have to switch sides around the back of the court. Greenbrier with a much-needed set. Oh, man, I can't stress how much they needed that. The season relied on that set alone. Greenbrier staying alive. It's going to be 2-1 in favor of Paragould still. Greenbrier still has to play great. They cannot make simple mistakes. They got to keep the good mistakes going. We're going to take a quick, we're going to take a quick break here for a minute as we have about 2.5 minutes before the next set starts. We'll be right back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. We're back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. We're headed into the fourth set of this game, and the intensity is only building with every single rally. The Greenbrier fans are getting loud with the Greenbrier Panthers chant. They are taking over the stands of this game. Greenbrier's ready to go, man. They just built a lot of momentum after that last set. I'm starting to get the shiveries. I'm a little nervous over here. Paragould's gonna start with the serve in this set. Greenbrier's got to come out strong. They have to come out swinging in this game. It's the only option for the Panthers. Paragould with a good serve over to Greenbrier. Greenbrier needed to communicate on who's got it, and Greenbrier takes the first point. Just like I said, a good start for the Greenbrier Panthers, and they need to build on that first point in the rest of these games. Greenbrier's going to be on top, 1-0. Number 19, Haley Moss, is back to serve for the Panthers. Paragould has a miscommunication as well. Greenbrier on a good dig, keeps it alive. Marley Vanover, and it hits the ground. Paragould's unable to make a play on it. It's going to be 2-0 in favor of your Panthers. Haley Moss still back to serve for Greenbrier. It's a short serve. It doesn't get over the net. Simple mistakes that Greenbrier does not need to make, just like that right there. It's going to be 2-1 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould has the serve. And it stays in bounds. A good play up front from the senior, number 13, Presley Cullum. Greenbrier's going to be on top. 3-1.
Hey, sweetie, we have a camera right here. Can you make sure you stay out of the way? You're fine. Just make sure you stay out of the way. Thank you.
A great play from Paragould as they're going to get on the board. It's going to be 3-2 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould now has the serve. Paragould has a high serve, sending it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's going to get the setup they want. Greenbrier's going to continue to play on it. And Presley Cullum with a great play again. What a good play from the senior up front. Greenbrier making some substitutions. Junior setter, number 2, Zoe Lee, comes in. Paragould unable to keep it alive. A good ace from the Panthers. They're going to go on top, 5-2. Making smart plays is what they need to keep doing here in this game. A good serve from, and another bad hit from Paragould. Another ace. That's 2 in a row. Greenbrier's going to be on top, 6-2 in this matchup. Greenbrier looking good to start this set. Exactly what I said that they needed to do. And a great play up front from number 1, Marley Vanover. She's making sure that Paragould knows that she's in the building tonight. Greenbrier came out swinging, and Paragould's going to have to take a timeout after that one. Greenbrier's on top, 7-2. What a great way to start for these Greenbrier Panthers. They need to keep that same momentum up the rest of this set and the next set in order to win this game. And the fans are loud. I hear them from the other side of the arena. They're making sure that Paragould knows that they are not the home team in this game. We are ready to go. Back with some volleyball action. What a match we have here today against Paragould and Greenbrier in the first round of the 5A state playoffs. Lily Mahan back to serve for the Greenbrier Panthers. Paragould gets a really bad first touch on it. They're not going to get the send that they want. Greenbrier keeping it alive, and what a great kill up front. Greenbrier puts another point on the board. It's going to be 8-2 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. Lily Mahan back to serve for the Panthers. Paragould making a play on it. Paragould's going to try and send it back to Greenbrier. And the block is going to go out of bounds on the Greenbrier side. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 3-8 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould now with the serve. Number 29 back to serve for Paragould. She gets a good serve to Greenbrier. And Greenbrier makes a strong kill. That's number 1, Marley Vanover. What a play. It's going to be 9-3 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. Greenbrier's in the building tonight. A good serve from the senior, Kinley Mobley. Paragould's going to send it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier getting it set up. Kinley Mobley going to send it back to Paragould, but it's going to go out of the backcourt. Paragould's going to put a point on the board. It's going to be 9-4 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. The setter for Paragould is back to serve. She sends it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier not exactly getting the play that they want. A good dig. Greenbrier trying to keep it alive. And they do, but it was one extra hit on the side of Greenbrier. Paragould's going to get the point. It's going to be 5-9 in favor of the Panthers. A great play, but Paragould keeps it alive. Grace House unable to make a solid contact with the ball. It's going to be 6-9. In favor of Greenbrier. Paragould still back to serve. And a great hit from Greenbrier as they're going to put another point on the board. It's going to be 10-6 in favor of Greenbrier. A great play. Way to find the open real estate. They're going to send her 2 volleyballs at once. She's only going to keep 1. Grace House. Back to serve. She gets a good serve sent to Paragould. Paragould sending it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it alive. A good set from Zoe Lee. And we're back. Sorry about the dead air space. We lost life on one of our pieces of equipment, but we got some life back into it, gave it a little CPR, and we're back in business. I see that Greenbrier is on top, 16-14 after a great play up front. Greenbrier's got the serve. It's going to be number 10, Lily Mahan, serving it for Greenbrier. She sends it to Paragould. Paragould's keeping it alive. Paragould sends it back to us. Cassie Lear keeping it up. Marley Vanover with a good play. Paragould keeps it alive, though. Greenbrier keeping it up. And Greenbrier unable to give a quick send to the Paragould side, and Paragould's going to put a point on the board. It's going to be 15-16 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould is back to serve now. Greenbrier with a good block up front from Marley Vanover. Paragould's going to send it back their way. A bad setup from the Panthers. Paragould's going to tie it up at 16. Greenbrier keeping it alive. And a good play up front, but Paragould keeps it alive as well. Greenbrier still going. And Marley Vanover, the sophomore. He's going to put us right back in the driver's seat. It's going to be 17-16 in favor of Greenbrier. Number 11, Kinley Mobley's back to serve for the Panthers. She'll get a good serve sent to the Paragould side. Someone's going to have to really force it to get it played up. Greenbrier keeping it alive. A good play from the setter, number 8, Kendall Johnston. And number 13 for Paragould's not able to get it sent back over to Greenbrier, so Greenbrier's going to get the point. It's going to be 18-16 in favor of your Panthers. Kinley Mobley still back to serve for the Panthers. She gets a good serve. Paragould keeps it alive, and it goes way out of the backcourt. Greenbrier is going to take the point. It's going to be 19-16 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. That's another deep serve from Kinley Mobley. It barely gets over. Cassie Lear keeps it alive. Kinley Mobley's going to send it back to Paragould. It's going to get into open real estate. Greenbrier is going to catch the point. It's going to be 20-16 in favor of Greenbrier, and they are up and excited, and I am too. The fans here at the game are getting on their feet. I love the fans that have showed up to this game tonight. They have came in and made this their home, and I like that. These fans are loud and proud. They're happy to be here, watching their favorite players take the court for what could be their last time, and we sure hope not. Greenbrier's on top 20-16 here in this fourth set, and a good deep serve that just barely goes out of bounds. Kinley Mobley was really testing that back line that on each of her serves, and she'll accidentally get one out of bounds. That'll be 4 straight points from Greenbrier. They get right back on the board. It's going to be 21-17 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. These girls have been doing great in these last 2 sets up front. They need to keep it up, though. It's not time to slow down. As Chad Morse would say, it's time to get in the left lane and Pedal to the metal, and that's what they do. Greenbrier's going to score again. It's going to be 22-17 in favor of the Greenbrier Panthers. Grace House back to serve for Greenbrier. It's going to be a short serve, and Paragould's going to get the point. It's going to be 22-18 in favor of Greenbrier. Greenbrier ready for whatever is to come. They make a good play on it up front. It's a good tip from number 18, Bray Denton. Paragould's going to send it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier trying to keep it alive, but they're unable to do so. Paragould's going to take the point. It's going to be 22-19 in favor of Paragould. In favor of Greenbrier, excuse me. Paragould got the last point, and they have the serve. It's a high serve to the back of the court for Greenbrier. Greenbrier ready for it, and a hammer sent to the Paragould side so fast Paragould couldn't even see it coming. Greenbrier's going to get back on the board. It's going to be 23-19. Greenbrier's on top. A good serve from Kendall Johnston, the setter. A good block up front, keeping the ball alive. Kinley Mobley sends it back to Greenbrier. Paragould tries to send it right back. Paragould keeping it alive now. Greenbrier unable to keep that one alive, and Paragould's going to get back on the board. It's going to be 23-20 in favor of Greenbrier. Paragould's going to have the serve. A timeout taken by Greenbrier. They're going to regroup. They're going to calm their nerves a little bit, and they're going to come back out ready to go. The fans in the stands are getting excited again. Man, what a crowd Greenbrier's brought tonight. Isn't that exciting? Greenbrier is ready to go. And during these timeouts that Greenbrier's had, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but the Panther fans are on their feet saying Greenbrier Panthers, and it is fun to listen to them. This environment is awesome tonight. I will tell you, Paragould has the serve. Greenbrier on top by 3. Greenbrier needing to make no mistakes here whatsoever, and they're not going to on that rally, and they're going to get the point. It's going to be 24-20 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. Everyone is up and excited. Greenbrier needs one more point to take this set. This is a time for no mistakes. And they get the point! Greenbrier has tied it right back up in 2 sets apiece. We're going to number 5. We're going to be right back in just a minute with the 5th set for the Greenbrier Panthers. We're back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. The Greenbrier fans are loud here in the bank of the Ozark Arena. Paragould is loud, but I hear Greenbrier more. What an exciting game. We're going into the 5th set. It's all tied up at 2 apiece. Greenbrier is feeling good after winning 2 sets straight after going down in the first 2. Greenbrier is ready to go. We still have a minute and a half before the next set starts, and I believe that Katie Huff is going to take every second of it. I am on my feet right now. I'm excited for this last set. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Home Bank of Arkansas, for being our sponsor for tonight's game. What a great sponsor they've been, donating enough money for us to be able to live stream this game. We are so thankful. It is intense in this arena. The atmosphere is insane. What a battle in the first round of the 5A state playoffs between Lady Paragould and Lady Greenbrier. Your Panthers are fighting to stay in this game, and they have fought well in these last 2 sets. They are not going to go away. We have 40 seconds left before we start this final set. Stay with us for this final set. We thank you, everyone watching at home. Be sure to subscribe to us and not miss out on any of your Greenbrier Panther action. What a game we have on our hands here in Hot Springs tonight. I'm excited. We have 1 more set to play. Greenbrier is not done yet. And the serve goes out of bounds. Paragould is going to start with a point. Every point matters, man. Every point matters. This is a game that's going to go to 15. And Greenbrier puts a point on the board. Whew, the intensity in this arena right now. Greenbrier is going to tie it up at 1. Grace House, number 14, back to serve for the Panthers. She gets a good serve, sent to Paragould. Paragould's going to get it set up. They're going to tip it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's going to keep it alive. Greenbrier's going to send it back to Paragould. It's going to be a short one up front. And Paragould's not able to make the play. A great block from number 18 up front. Bray didn't. Greenbrier's going to take the lead. It's going to be 2-1 in favor of Greenbrier. Grace House back to serve for the Panthers. A good serve from Grace House. These Lady Panthers have no time to make mistakes tonight. Grace House keeps it alive. Kendall Johnson sets up Bray Denton. Bray Denton's unable to send it back to Paragould, and they're going to tie it right back up at 2. 2-2, and in the 5th set of, oh man, in the 5th set tonight, they only go to 15. It's a shorter one than all the rest. And a bad serve will help the Greenbrier Panthers get on top, 3-2. Everyone's loud in this arena tonight. What a game we have on our hands. I can't stress how good it is. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Marley Vanover going to send it back to Paragould. Paragould keeping it up. Paragould sending it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeping it going. Good play from Haley Moss. Good setup from Kendall Johnson, but Haley Moss is unable to send it back. It's going to be tied up at 3. Greenbrier keeps it up. Greenbrier keeps it going after a good block up front from Paragould. Paragould keeping it alive. Paragould trying to send it back to us. Greenbrier keeps it up. Great play from number 10, Lily Mahan. And Greenbrier unable to get it quite over the net. Paragould's going to take the lead in this game. It's going to be 4-3 in favor of Paragould now. Winner take all in this set. Marley Vanover gets set up. Marley Vanover sends it to Paragould. Paragould keeping it alive. Paragould doesn't get the send that they want. Greenbrier will. Greenbrier trying to understand what that call was. Paragould keeping it alive. They're continuing to play the rally. Greenbrier keeping it going, and it's bounced and hit off the hands of Paragould. Greenbrier is going to tie it up at 4. What a game we have here. Another great set. Wow. It's 4-4 here in the Bank of the Ozark Arena. Greenbrier keeping it alive. And Paragould finds the open real estate. Paragould's going to go on top, 5-4. Paragould setter back to serve now. She's changed her hair, I see, since the last set. And a great play up front from, I believe, it's number 18 or number 19 goes to Brady Denton or Haley Boss. I couldn't quite see. And they're going to tie the game right back up at 5. It's been back and forth this whole time. Ooh, the intensity is building every single time that ball is touched. Greenbrier keeping it alive after a good serve. It's a good block up front from Paragould. Greenbrier keeps it alive, sends it back to Paragould. Paragould keeping it up. Paragould's about to send it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeping it up, but it goes out of bounds, and Paragould's going to take the lead, 6-5. Katie Huff coaching her players. It's a do or die. Paragould on top, 6-5. Sends it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it alive, and they can't quite keep it alive enough. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 7-5 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier's got to find their stride right now. Greenbrier with a great play. Paragould trying to keep it alive. We'll see if they're able to do so. They send it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeping it up. Greenbrier keeps it alive. Good play up front. And a good find from number 14, the senior, Grace House. What a great IQ play. She's going to bring Greenbrier back within 1 point. It's going to be 7-6 in favor of Paragould. Kendall Johnston back to serve for the Panthers. Kendall Johnston with a good serve. Paragould not making the play that they want. It's a good tip from Paragould. Greenbrier plays it well. Presley Colum up front makes the play. A miscommunication from Paragould is going to tie the game right back up at 7. Kendall Johnston still back to serve. Everyone is excited here in this stadium. The intensity is real. Paragould with a good strike on the ball. Greenbrier unable to make the play. It's going to be 8-7 in favor of Paragould. Paragould gives us a good serve to Greenbrier. Greenbrier getting it up and ready to play. Greenbrier keeping it alive, but he goes out of bounds, and Paragould's going to go up by 2. It's going to be 9-7 in favor of Paragould. They're going to keep the serve. Greenbrier keeps it alive. And it's called out, just out of bounds. Paragould's going to score again. That's going to be 3 straight for Paragould. Greenbrier really needs to find their stride right now. It's 10-7 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier setting it up. And a good play up front for number 14, Grace House. A great kill. She's going to pull Greenbrier within 2. It's going to be 10-8 in favor of Paragould. Number 19, Haley Moss back to serve. She sends it to Paragould. Paragould keeping it alive. They get the setup that they want. They're going to try and tip it over to Greenbrier. Greenbrier unable to make the play. Paragould's going to get the point. It's going to be 11-8 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier's got to find a stride right this second and get right back in this game. Paragould's back to serve. Paragould sends it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it up. Presley Colum with a great strike. We're going to be back within 2. It's 11-9. Grace House back to serve for the Greenbrier Panthers. Greenbrier down by 2. 5th set, you only go to 15. Paragould's going to send it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier's unable to keep it alive. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 12-9 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier has to find the stride right now. We call a timeout. All right, Katie Huff It's time for you to adjust. And the Greenbrier Panther chant comes back, trying to encourage these Panthers as they're down by 3 up against a very good Paragould team. We're going to see how Greenbrier can adjust. They've made just small mistakes throughout this set, and there's no room for mistakes as we only go to 15 in this set. Greenbrier needs to step it up right here and get back in this game. We're back to the action. Paragould on the serve. It's a high serve sent to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it alive. And a great kill from Marley Vanover, the sophomore. What a play. It's going to be 12-10 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier's going to have the serve. It's going to be Lily Mahan back to serve for Greenbrier after a good play up front from the sophomore. Paragould's going to tip it. Greenbrier's going to keep it alive. It's going to go back to the sophomore again. And Paragould keeps it alive. Greenbrier needs to react fast. And it's Greenbrier's point as it goes out of bounds for Paragould. Greenbrier's going to inch within 1. It's going to be 11-12, and Paragould's going to take a timeout. I just want to take a quick second to thank Home Bank of Arkansas for supporting today's game, being our sponsor. Without them, today's game would not be possible, and what a game it has been. Thank you, Home Bank of Arkansas. We would just like all of our listeners to know that Home Bank of Arkansas has branch locations in Greenbrier, Marshall, Damascus, Little Rock, and Portland. We'd also like to thank First Security Bank and American Safeguard Insurance. We're back with the action. These Greenbrier Panthers are ready to go. Down by 1. It's 12-11. The intensity only builds more and more. As soon as you think it couldn't get more intense, it does, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's a bad serve from Greenbrier. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be Landon Hedrick on the comments section saying this is crazy, guys, and sure enough, it really is. It's 13-11 in favor of Paragould. Greenbrier fighting to stay in this one. Paragould making a play up front. Greenbrier keeping it alive. Greenbrier is going to send it back to Paragould. Paragould is going to keep it going. Paragould's going to send it back to Greenbrier. Greenbrier with a good block up front, but he can't keep it alive. Paragould's going to score. It's going to be 14-11 in favor of Paragould. One more point, Paragould can put this game away. Man, oh man, is it intense in here. Greenbrier has got to make no mistakes. This could be it for the Panthers, and no one wants it to be it for the Panthers except for Paragould, and Paragould's not going away. Greenbrier has got to keep this game alive right here. This is a do-or-die situation. We need the fans to get up on their feet and get loud right now for the Lady Panthers. Paragould back to serve, sends it to Greenbrier. Greenbrier keeps it alive. Setting up Marley Vanover. Marley Vanover keeping it alive, sending it to Paragould. Paragould's going to send it back to Greenbrier, and it's going to go out. And that's going to be it for the Greenbrier Panthers. What a season the Greenbrier Panthers had this year. A tough, tough defeat after battling almost all the way back against a very good Paragould team. Not the way we wanted it to end tonight. I'm going to give a thank you to every one of the fans that made the drive tonight. A hard loss to take at the end of the season for the Greenbrier Panthers. They really wanted that one. I really wanted that one. And man, I wish it wasn't over. What a season it has been for these Lady Panthers. They have had a great year under first-year head coach Katie Huff. What a hard-fought battle. I'm going to thank our partners one more time at Home Bank of Arkansas for giving us such a great broadcast tonight. We want to just say that they have branch locations in Greenbrier, Marshall, Damascus, Little Rock, and Portland. We want to thank all, and I mean all, of those who tuned in tonight to watch our live production of this show. What a tough way to end it all. Well, we'll be live for football, and then we'll be live for basketball coming up. We're excited for what the future has to hold, and we're sad that Greenbrier volleyball was over as of tonight. A hard drive home we'll have. But on to next season, as Katie Huff has had a great first year with a great senior class. Greenbrier ended up going, I believe their total record was 22, and after this game, 7-2. But man, what a year it was for them. I wish it wasn't over, guys. I really wish it wasn't. But good luck to that great Paragould team. They came out and they fought hard, and a well-deserved win for them. But we'll be back with football on Friday and basketball coming up in the future, which we're really excited about. Again, thank you for tuning in with us today on our live stream and at home. And a thank you to all the fans that came out to the game. This is Talon Newton giving you the game tonight. We're going to sign off now. Again, thank you, everyone. Signing off is Talon Newton for the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. Everyone have a great night.